All right, category 2 is dealing with functions and proportional and non-proportional relationships, slope, y-intercept, y equals mx plus b. Functions, we are going to be able to have to know how to identify a function if it's a mapping, if it's a list, or if it's a table, which all of them are ordered pairs. Make sure you create your ordered pairs 1, 5, 3, 7, 7, 2, so that you can absolutely see if it is a number is repeating. Make sure that there's no 2 lines coming out of one x value, one domain. We cannot have any numbers repeating in the x value. On this side, only 1 line, only 1 number. On this side, we have 2 lines coming out of 7. That means that ordered pair is 7, 1 and 7, 8. So 7 is repeating in the domain and -3 is repeating in the ordered pair. Those are our functions.
Remember, we do not care about the y values, okay?
Okay, do not forget your vertical line test. If a line has an undefined slope, that is not a function because every single spot will touch on that line. We get confused with the curves. The curves are gradually moving. So if you're gradually moving, that means it's not going to be in the same place twice. The x isn't going to repeat. Let's move on to proportional and non-proportional equations. If an equation does not go through the origin, it will not have a b to the right of it. So this equation really is represented by y equals k times x. Remember on your formula chart it says direct variation. Okay, so this this equation is proportional, and this equation is non-proportional because it has a b. It has a y-intercept. It crosses somewhere other than the origin. A table, we worked on tables. A proportional table, a non-proportional table k does not equal y divided by x. When we divide y by x, each time we get a different number. That means that the equation to this table looks like y equals mx plus b. Okay? That is not a proportional table. Equation, every time we divide y by x, 3, 3, 3. Every single one is 3. That means if we were to get an equation for this table, it would look like y equals k times x. It would have direct variation with it. We do not want to make sure we just check at the 0 because they're not always including 0 in the tables. And later on, we're going to remind you how to go to your calculator with a table. Non-proportional and proportional graph, which is probably the easiest one. You simply look at the origin. There's no line going through it, so it is not proportional. Look at the origin. There's a line going through 0, 0, so it is proportional. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys, now we're going to hit the slopes. So basically what I want you to do when you're given a graph and it's asking you about slope, I've taught you guys any kind of graph that you need to analyze it, alright? So decide, is this a positive slope from left to right? That's how we read them. It's going up. Negative, left to right, it's going down. 0, it's just flat. And undefined is a vertical, just a vertical line. So identify, analyze your slopes, your graphs before you continue. That will help you eliminate some answer choices. Here's some synonyms for slope. Constant rate of change, unit rate, change in y over the change in x, rate of change, constant of proportionality. Here's some ways that you can actually find slope, okay? Don't forget we can also use our calculators, which we'll show you again here in just a second. Lastly, how can I find a linear equation given a graph, a table, and just by looking at the linear equation? So basically for all of these, both of these, you're going to need to pick 2 points. You're going to go to list in spreadsheets, data and statistics. From here, this is going to give you your linear equation, and we'll show you the actual example in a second. Obviously, m is your slope, okay? So if you're asked for the coordinates of the y-intercept, what we want you guys to do for the y-intercept, because you already know that one's slope, we want you guys to know that if it's a positive 2, if we put this on the graph, it would actually be located at 0, 2. So really quickly, we're going to move it to our calculator so I can show you what I'm talking about given a graph or given a table, being able to write that slope.
And some of us are going to want to do the way that you're comfortable with. Do
Absolutely.
it the way you're comfortable with, using the points, pick and plug,
Doing the change in y divided by the
change in x. And then once you do that, just check yourself with the calculator.
Yes.
Just check it. It's not going to take 2 minutes. Also, remember when Ms. Reyes is going into her calculator for list and spreadsheet, she's going to click Control W so that she can clear out any information that's already there. Control W.
And I'll show you in a second. So we're here at our home screen. You're going to come to list and spreadsheets. Make sure you label your x and y values. Let's say we have -3 and 2 and 1, 5. I'm going to hit enter. Home screen. Data and statistics. X value. Y value. Menu. Analyze. Regression. And show linear mx plus b. And here you can see is my slope, which is 3/4, positive slope, which seems reasonable since it's going up, and I have a y-intercept of 4 25/100.
Okay.
So let's say I'm done with this. You do not want to have a lot of pages open, so you're going to select Control W. No, you do not want to save, okay?
So that when you go to the next question that's asking you to do that, it won't be in there.
Also, make sure when you go to Insult, for any reason, calculator. This is what you select. Do not select the scratch pad, okay? If it says scratch pad, you need to take your little booties right on back to the home screen and select the calculator button.
Make sure you go to menu, algebra, numerical solve. Do not forget to put comma x, comma m, comma l, whatever variable you use. Make sure you put that in. Okay?
Here's just the
Comma
example.
x. Okay?
Boom.
Great job.